After being reborn, I tore up my acceptance letter from Peking University with my own hands. And I turned down the dramatic confessions of 2 suitors. Why? Because in my previous life, I chose one of them, Ethan. He ditched me for Ava on our wedding day, causing my grandmother, who was like a mother to me, to die in anger. In my despair, the other suitor held my hand and said, "You still have me. I'll never let you down." He stuck with me through the tough times. But after we married, he became distant. I thought it was because he regretted that we didn't have kids. Until a car accident, when he saved Ava, who only had a scratch, over me, barely alive. I died on the spot. As my soul drifted aimlessly, I found out my life was just a love game for the 3 of them. They had left all their inheritance to Ava in their wills long ago, that I couldn't have children, because they bribed a doctor to remove my uterus to prove their loyalty to Ava. In this new life, I decided to steer clear of them all and live a life of my own. When I tore up the Peking University letter, my homeroom teacher was shocked. "Linda, what are you doing? This year, there's 4 from our school going to Peking University. I'm the only one who got in with the top score in the city." Not just the homeroom teacher, but all the teachers in the school had high hopes for me. I calmly said, "I don't want to go to Peking University anymore. I've applied to National University's special research team. They agreed to assign a medical staff to take care of my grandma. Oh, I see. Okay. I know you have a special family situation. Study hard and strive for a bright future to repay your grandmother's upbringing." I nodded, not having had the chance to feel sad or emotion about the past life. Ethan and Charlie were already calling me downstairs. In a hurry. On the way, there were always people pointing and talking about me. Someone tripped me while I was going downstairs and called me a bitch. Confused, I got up limping. Around the corner, I overheard Ava chatting with my 2 suitors. I did see Linda getting out of the Peking University board member's car late at night. But that doesn't prove anything. Maybe Linda did get in by her own grades. Ava, don't defend her. She didn't even dare to reveal her grades. She must be guilty. Yeah, Ava, you're too kind, always being tricked by her. That kind of scheming woman is capable of anything. After joining the research group, I signed a confidentiality agreement to hide my scores. I didn't expect Ava would use it as an excuse to slander me. And those suitors, who knew how hard I studied for grandma, still chose to believe Ava. I forced a bitter smile, telling myself it's alright. Once I'm officially in school, all my identity info will be hidden. Then I can disconnect entirely from them, and not have to hear these hurtful words, nor be foolishly living in lies and deceit, ending up lonely and dead. I pretended not to hear anything, and approached the 3 of them. "Why are you guys looking for me?" Ethan's disdain turned into a smile when he looked at me. "Linda, great. We'll be at the same school again. Your hard work these years wasn't in vain." Charlie had the same smile on his face, "That we can keep protecting you. But 4 years isn't enough. It's got to be a lifetime." A few girls passing by looked at me with envy. But inside, I felt nothing. In the previous life, all 4 of us went to the same university. I worked hard to secure a good future, joining school activities enthusiastically. In the end, my scholarship and my spot for guaranteed graduate school were secretly switched for Ava. There were rumors about me having inappropriate relations with school officials. I was bullied and isolated for 4 years. Back then, these 2 guys claimed they'd be by my side, protecting me. But when I died, I found out they were the ones who started it all. In countless sleepless nights, my tears were nothing but entertainment to make Ava happy. Seeing my silence, Ava spoke with a sour tone. "Linda really is lucky, born a wealthy young lady, and both suitors so devoted to you. I'm not that lucky. Without Linda's help, I wouldn't have been able to continue school." Upon hearing this, the 2 suitors looked distressed. "Ava, don't say that. You're so pretty and talented. You will have a bright future. After graduation, I'll ask my dad to give you a manager position. No. Ava, come to my company. I'll give you an even higher position and salary. Whatever you want, it's yours." They started competing for Ava, each promising more than the other. The bitterness rose in my heart. All these years, these promises and affection were never given to me. Fake love can never compare to true feelings. As I was about to leave, Ethan sensed something off with me. A bit uneasy. He held my hand, saying, "Linda, don't overthink. We treat Ava well because she's your friend. Charlie playfully ruffled my hair like when we were kids. Don't let your imagination run wild. We finally finished finals, let's go for a drive. We got a gift ready for you. I nodded, not refusing. I'm about to leave soon. I wanted to take one last look at the city we grew up in together. I in the parking lot. Ethan and Charlie were both eager to let Ava take the front seat. Ava looked at me, pretending to be in a dilemma. Won't Linda be upset? Isn't she the only one allowed to sit in your front seat? If I take it, Linda might be mad. Ethan seated Ava in the passenger seat before anyone else could. She won't mind, she won't. Linda has the kindest temper. Charlie shot Ethan a frustrated look before slamming the car door shut with a pout. Right when the car was about to start, they realized I hadn't gotten in yet. They rolled down the windows, puzzled. Awkwardly, they tried to explain but couldn't find the right words. No worries, I'll just drive my own car, I said. Hearing that, they both breathed a sigh of relief, though they were a bit confused by my change in behavior. Linda, I rolled up the window, not wanting to hear their fabricated lies. But as I drove, the familiar scenery brought back a flood of unforgettable memories. The three of us grew up together. Both families wanted me to be their daughter-in-law. Unfortunately, after my parents passed away in an accident, the huge Miller family was just me and my grandma, struggling to hold up our shaky house in a circle full of wolves. So, I threw myself into studying, hoping to take on the family responsibilities sooner. Ava, on the other hand, came from a poor background and was never liked at school. Learning she was also an orphan, I felt for her and made friends, funding her education, encouraging her to endure hardships with me. Never thought she'd see my kindness as charity, envy everything I had, and use every trick to steal my two suitors, joining forces to ruin my life. Lost in thought, I arrived at the destination. What just happened made the two suitors uneasy. They came over eagerly to open the door and grabbed my bag. Linda, check it out. This is the park we used to come to as kids. Charlie and I bought it, and it'll be our secret base. Charlie nodded. I've planted your favorite yellow roses here. By next year, it'll be a stunning sea of roses. Then we can all come here for a drive stargazing. Hope for the future lit up their faces. Yet I gazed at the land in silence. It was indeed our secret base as children, filled with memories. But I never liked yellow roses. I'm allergic to pollen from all flowers. Lost in contemplation, fireworks exploded overhead. My name appeared in vibrant colors. In this dreamlike setting, Ethan presented a jade bracelet. Linda, this is a family heirloom. My parents asked me to give it to the future lady of the Wilson family. I've wanted to give it to you for ages, but only today had the chance. Linda, be with me? Remember when you almost drowned and I saved you? I'd give my life for you, so what's a bracelet? In a past life, I was fooled by their displays of devotion. I naively thought childhood sweethearts would have a happy ending. Grandma and the Miller family would have something to lean on. Not until my death did I realize such devotion could be faked. I was about to refuse when Ava piped up. Linda, why are you telling people I'm spreading rumors about you? Now everyone's calling me out. She showed me her phone. The school website had hundreds of comments labeling me as shameless, accused of sleeping my way through college. A few who tried to stand up for me were twisted into attacking her. Charlie grabbed the phone, fuming. Linda, how could you do this? Messing up yourself is one thing. But why blame Ava? Ethan, calmer, still looked at me with questioning eyes. I suppressed my emotions. I didn't do it. You can check for yourself if you don't believe me. Neither listened. They were busy comforting Ava. Ava, don't worry. I'll call PR to sort this out. Let's grab ice cream. It'll lift your spirits. Both escorted Ava away, not once looking back. I took a deep breath, watching the ashes fall from the fireworks display. In the face of life and death, these grievances were nothing. At least I'm alive, with a fresh start and a future waiting. Wanting to drive home, I recalled Charlie had my bag. I chased after them. Passing through some bushes, I overheard Charlie speaking impatiently. Ava, babe, how long do we have to keep up the act? I can't stand it. Who knows what diseases Linda might have with her wild antics. Linda couldn't even tell a real antique from a fake. No wonder she got hoodwinked into bed by older men. How does someone like her deserve to be the Wilson family's matriarch? Ava, the real bracelet only suits you. Ava, feigning concern, looked at them. Linda did many bad things, but she's helped me. How could I ignore her? If you don't do as I say, I won't talk to you again. Hearing this, the two spoiled brats immediately apologized to Ava, eager to elevate her at my expense. A decade of friendship couldn't match Ava's few words. I swallowed my tears and turned away. In the endless night, I trudged home weary. By the time I got there, my twisted ankle was badly swollen. Grandma worriedly brought some ointment to help. I feared she'd worry more, so I shared my schooling plans. Grandma was overjoyed that my Linda is doing great. I've aged. You're the only one who can support the Miller family. I nodded, tears in my eyes. After so many years, finally good news from the Miller family. Grandma will throw you a grand party to celebrate. Grandma's joyful face was just like when she sent me off to get married in the past life. She thought I found someone good but died at the wedding, heartbroken by Ethan's betrayal. In this second chance at life, I'd make sure Grandma and I wouldn't repeat our past mistakes. Grandma's getting on in years, so I took charge of organizing the entire banquet. Two of my suitors got wind of it and came over to help out. They even brought my favorite childhood strawberry cake to apologize. Linda, we haven't heard from you in so long. Are you still mad about what happened the other day? We didn't mean to blame you. We just worried you might go astray. For people like us with reputations to uphold, it's really important that I didn't forgive them. But I did let them stay and helped out in my past life. They owed me so much. Those grievances can't just vanish. This life, I just don't want to cross paths with them again. After my parents died, the Miller family fell into decline. But now I've turned things around, proving that the Miller family has successors. We're not pushovers anymore. That's why Grandma put so much importance on this banquet. She wasn't taking any chances. On the day of the party, it was a who's who event. Ava waltzed in with the two suitors, wearing a designer gown. She took in the lavish ballroom, jealousy clear in her eyes. Linda's got it good, huh? But it won't matter if you're all high-born and smart. I've got my ways to make your life miserable. As soon as those words were out, the screen in the hall flashed up my photos. Every single one, showing me naked with different men. Isn't that the eldest Miss Miller? She gets around, huh? No wonder people say she slept her way through college. The Miller family is done for, sending their daughter off to play mistress. I faced these jeers and whispers twice in my past life. Once on my wedding day, Ethan ditched me for Ava, leaving Grandma heartbroken and making the Miller name a laughingstock in town. And once at my funeral, Charlie proposed to Ava right at the service, making my life a joke. Remembering those times, I quickly glanced at Grandma. She was breathing hard, eyes red as she looked at the photos. My Linda would never do something like this. Seeing her like that made my heart lurch. I begged those around us to take her to the hospital, but they stepped back, avoiding me like I was tainted. Finally, my two suitors stepped from the crowd. Ethan offered to drive while Charlie and I helped Grandma to the hospital. Good thing you made it in time. Any later would have been fatal, the doctor said. I quickly thanked him. Then I stayed by Grandma's side, checking the security footage. Just as I suspected, Ava was there messing with the photos. Every one of those pictures was fake, digitally altered. I grabbed the footage to report it, but the suitors stopped me. It was just a joke. Do you really need to blow it up like this? You know you'll ruin Ava, right? I stood there stunned, then finally snapped and yelled. And what about me? My grandma almost died. Doesn't she care she's ruining me and the entire Miller family? Charlie rushed to shield Ava, giving me a harsh shove. Get over it, Linda. Your grandma's fine, isn't she? No smoke without fire. You must have done something shameful for those rumors to start. His words couldn't cut anymore. My heart was numbed. I pushed them aside as Ethan grabbed my wrist, his expression hard. Linda, don't waste your effort. You know our families can make sure no lawyer takes this case. When I didn't give up, Ethan squeezed harder. Don't forget, your grandma's still in the hospital. I could have the treatment stopped with just one word. He called someone right in front of me. 3.2. I was wrong. I dropped to my knees, tears streaming down. I couldn't dare risk Grandma's life. Charlie snatched my phone, smashing it to pieces. You'll never touch Ava with us around, he said, staring me down. I sat on the ground, pain finally flooding in once their shadows disappeared. 2 lifetimes worth of grievances burst out, and I cried my heart out. Youthful promises were lies. The suitor's affection was fake. Only the hurt was real that I don't know how long I stayed like that before dragging myself back to the hospital. Worried Ethan and Charlie might mess with things, I stuck by Grandma's side day and night for days. During that time, Ava kept bombing my phone with messages. She went traveling, bungee jumping with the suitors, doing everything we once dreamed of but never did that. I blocked her number. Looking up, I saw two commanding men standing by Grandma's bed. They saluted me. Linda, we're medics sent by the organization. Don't worry, while you're away, we'll ensure your grandma's safe and healthy. That I realized it was time to leave. That I returned to the Miller estate, clearing out anything related to those suitors. Then I boarded a plane without looking back. Ethan and Charlie aren't my safety net. That I have to rely on myself for Grandma, for the Miller family, and a bright future. After their travels, school was about to start. Ethan and Charlie were having a blast, but some unease nagged them. They knew the Ava incident went too far. Linda's had it rough, losing her parents so young. It's just her and an ailing grandma now. If she took a wrong turn, it wasn't all her fault. After all, they grew up together. If Linda's at fault, it's their duty to guide and support her as big brothers. Thinking this over, they bought a bunch of gifts for Linda on the way home. After getting home, they brought all kinds of supplements to the hospital to visit Grandma, but they hit a wall. The lady has a special status. Please do not disturb her rest, was what they were told. Being labeled as irrelevant people stung Ethan and Charlie. They'd grown up with Linda. They were like family, maybe even more. How could they accept being pushed aside so easily? Charlie rolled up his sleeves, ready to retaliate. Ethan frowned a little and stopped him. As the heir of the Wilson family, he sensed that the person in front of them was not ordinary. What about Linda? Where is she? Let her come out and tell you if we really are outsiders, Ethan demanded, but all he got was a cold 4-word reply, no comment. They left, feeling dejected and frustrated. Charlie was so mad he started cursing. Linda's attitude is getting worse. Who knows where she picked this up? Honestly, we spoiled her too much. Let's just go to the old house, Ethan suggested, feeling uneasy. It was like something was missing inside him, leaving an unfamiliar emptiness. When they got to the old house, it was completely dark, not a soul in sight. Even Charlie was shaken by this point. They jumped the fence and snuck into the old house like they used to as kids. They went straight to Linda's room, but found it empty. Apart from a layer of dust, nothing was left. What happened? Where did Linda go? Ethan said, unable to believe it. Where are all the things I gave her? She used to treasure them. My gifts are gone too. And so are our group photos and travel diaries, Charlie chimed in. They exchanged a glance, feeling utterly unsettled. Where could she have gone? The Miller family has been down for years. Who would dare take her in? Charlie speculated. She must be hiding out of spite. When we find her, I'll really give her a piece of my mind. The Miller family might have fallen, but that doesn't mean she can act like a princess with us. The two started calling friends, asking around about Linda. They ordered their family's bodyguards to search everywhere. But by dawn, with the entire city combed through, there was still no sign of Linda. All her IDs and bank cards were inactive. They couldn't even approach the only person who knew her whereabouts. Linda, who had always been by their side, was gone. Completely vanished, like dissolving into thin air. Both Ethan and Charlie were enveloped in fear and sadness. Even an invitation from Ava couldn't spark their interest. Where did Linda go? They wondered. Is she mad at us? Will she ever forgive us? The room remained silent. The bright, smart girl they knew would not be coming back. After a long flight and drive, I finally reached my destination. The professor warmly welcomed me. We've been expecting you, the talented one. When we heard you applied to Peking University, we were heartbroken. We couldn't let such talent slip through. Thank you, Professor. I'll work hard and live up to your trust, I said, bowing. The professor asked why I first chose Peking University. I hesitated. It was Ethan and Charlie's dream. We grew up together, inseparable from childhood to adulthood. We promised to go to the same college and stay together forever. Then Ava joined in and replaced me. Ethan and Charlie enrolled as special admissions, thanks to family connections. They spent so much to make sure Ava got in too. Yet they turned around and bashed my reputation. Remembering that, I chuckled bitterly. I was young and naive, trusted the wrong people, took the wrong path. Now with a second chance, I won't go astray again. Life has given me a do-over. and I intend to make the most of it. The professor patted my shoulder, relieved. Good, very good. I worried if a young lady like you could handle the hardship, but you seem fine. The future is yours. No hardship could compare to my past life. At least now Grandma is alive. I haven't wasted my life on two unworthy people. In the following days, I focused solely on my studies. One day, leaving the lab, I unexpectedly ran into Ethan and Charlie. I rubbed my eyes, thinking my late-night studying was messing with me. But they clearly called my name. A fellow student whispered, "Linda, don't mess with these rich guys. I heard they invested $20 million in the lab just to visit." Charlie, annoyed by our conversation, pulled me aside. "Can't you stay out of trouble? Always need attention. If you're that desperate, just marry me." I motioned for the student to leave, knowing Charlie's temper would only worsen the situation. Ethan remained somewhat level-headed, giving me a complex look. "Linda, why did you leave without saying a word? Why did you suddenly change your plans? Why did you discard what we gave you? Why did you leave us?" A barrage of questions made my ears ache. I rubbed my temples, feeling annoyed. "Ethan, what gives you the right to question me? What are you to me?" I am." His hand hung in the air, struggling for an answer. In this life, I didn't accept his confession. I wasn't head over heels for him. To me, he was nothing. As for that pitiful childhood crush, it was completely drained after being hurt repeatedly. Even the always prideful Charlie lowered his high and mighty attitude. He slightly lowered his head. "Linda, what we did last time was wrong. But you didn't have to be so merciless. Do you even know how long we searched for you? They told me that after I left, they were so desperate it drove them nearly insane. In the end, they had no choice but to beg my grandma to find out my whereabouts." Grandma, kind-hearted, and having watched them grow up, couldn't bear to see them like that, and told them my decision. I didn't choose either of them. I chose a whole new life instead. So, they tracked me down here, using all their connections and sparing no expense, just to see me one more time. But my heart remained still. I pulled out my phone and played a recording from the day they confessed, what they had said to Ava. Then I looked at the two of them without expression. "Stop pretending. The game is over. If you like Ava, then go for her. Don't use my whole life to fulfill your so-called great love. I have my own life to live, and I hope you won't disturb me anymore." As soon as I said that, their once aggressive expressions turned pale. They opened their mouths, but couldn't manage to say anything. Only the recording kept playing again and again. Charlie tried to snatch my phone, but I took a step back, glaring at him. "This is a research center, and there are security personnel here. Don't think about destroying my phone to erase evidence. And don't even think about threatening me with my grandma." Mentioning grandma, a pain I couldn't describe surged in my chest. Grandma treated them so well, almost like her own grandsons. Summer's fruit tea, winter's wool scarves. From snacks to gifts, everything was prepared in threes. But what about them? They threatened me with her life when I was most vulnerable and in need of help. I can't forgive them. I won't forgive them. Ethan's serious face showed a hint of heartache. "Linda, it's not what you think. I just wanted to scare you that day. Grandma is like family to us. How could I seriously hurt her?" "Exactly, Linda. Remember, we helped you get Grandma to the hospital." Charlie seemed anxious, but didn't dare approach after glancing around. I sneered. I took that into consideration. So I didn't hold it against you, but my patience is limited. "Ethan, Charlie, I'm not the helpless girl I used to be. I won't let anyone harm me or my grandma again. The road ahead is still long. I don't have the time or energy to get entangled with people who aren't worth it." They tried to say more, but the research center's security stepped in. "I'm sorry, gentlemen. The interview time is up. Please leave so we can work peacefully." Reluctantly, they left. After walking a bit, Ethan turned to look back at me. "Linda, we grew up together. I can't believe your heart can be this cold, not remembering the past. We made mistakes, but we'll prove our sincerity. Our feelings for you have never changed." Charlie nodded earnestly. "Someday you'll forgive us." Hearing these words now, I only find them laughable. In past and present lives, they said the same things. Back then, they used childhood memories to fool me, tricking me into marrying them, leaving me alone in an empty home, wasting away my life. I don't understand. I was the one who grew up with them, so why didn't they believe in me? Why did they hurt me so much for Ava, someone they had just met? And I don't understand, if they loved Ava, why did they now act like they deeply loved me? I don't know if these words are genuine, or just more deception for Ava's sake. All I know is my future doesn't involve them, and I don't want to see them again. But I underestimated their persistence. For a while, the food at the research center got noticeably better, filled with dishes I loved. Every afternoon, a strawberry cake arrived right on time. Everyone from the leaders to the custodians would get one. My senior couldn't help but comment, "Linda, are they trying to woo you? They're really splurging. Jealous?" I asked that what's there to be jealous about? Anyone who chooses this path wouldn't care about such trivial things. True enough, I'm no longer that girl who'd be swayed by a cake or sweet words. Now I have a bright future, a beautiful life. Ethan and Charlie are just insignificant in the long journey of my life. But the more indifferent I was, the more efforts they made. A flood of gifts came my way, driving me to frustration. Finally, it was my professor who put an end to this ridiculous charade. That I enjoyed peace for a while. But when I went home for a holiday, I couldn't avoid seeing them again. This time they both looked worn out. One, a high and mighty heir to a wealthy family. The other, a rebellious rich kid. Now they all look weary, with none of that youthful spirit from before. I'm helping Grandma as we walk around the yard, soaking up some sun. Then Ethan and Charlie showed up with a tearful Ava. "Linda, we need to talk to you. I know you don't want to see us, but this is the last time. If we don't get this off our chest, we won't die in peace." I didn't want to deal with them, but Grandma patted my hand. "Go on, avoiding things never solves anything. Whatever the outcome, you need closure." Reluctantly, I brought them into the living room. As soon as they got in, Ethan and Charlie dropped to their knees. They looked like they were caught in endless pain. "Linda, the night after you left, we both had the same dream. In it, we did terrible things to you. The dream was so real, like it actually happened. That's when we understood why you left. Why you've been so cold." I stayed silent. But tears were already streaming down their faces. Suddenly Ava ran to me, sobbing loudly. "Linda, please help me. I never meant to ruin things between you. I didn't do anything wrong. I just liked both of them, and wanted to repay your kindness." "Shut up." Charlie grabbed Ava and slapped her hard. He was shaking with rage. "You conniving snake. It's because of you that things turned out this way between us and Linda. We found your diary hidden under the table. You don't even like us. You got close to us out of jealousy, to hurt Linda through us." What they revealed solved mysteries that had haunted me for 2 lives. Ava used her knowledge of Ethan and Charlie's likes and dislikes, picked up through me, to shape herself into their ideal. She played her games, acting coy then sweet, like a cat toyed with mice, keeping them both under her thumb. Realizing she couldn't explain it away, Ava stopped pretending. Her eyes turned red with anger as she screamed at her suitors, "So what if I did it on purpose? Why should she have everything from birth, while I survived on her leftovers? I'm as pretty and talented as she is, so why are you both so hopelessly in love with her? I'm not satisfied, not one bit. I wanted to ruin her, to show her that her love didn't mean a thing. It was just trash I threw her way." Charlie had enough and kicked Ava hard. A childhood troublemaker, he fought without mercy. This time he went all out. Worried they'd dirty the Miller family name, I stopped them. "Enough. If you're gonna fight, do it outside. Don't put on a show in front of me." "Linda, I'm so sorry. I was too dumb, fooled by her lies, forgetting the past we shared, forgetting how great you are." They stared at me, defeated, breaking down into uncontrollable sobs. Ethan kept mumbling, "I never stopped caring about you. It's just you were always so smart, so amazing. I doubted if I could win you over. So I lied to myself and believed those things. They thought this would drag me down, keep me tied to them forever. But life didn't go as they'd planned. I struggled, grew wings in the swamp, and flew far, far away. They wrote their wills, leaving everything to Ava. Ava ended up in the hospital, her face disfigured and expelled from school. Ethan and Charlie faced consequences too. I pressured their families through my professor, making sure they stayed out of my life. They could bully and orphan Linda, but not the fierce fighter I'd become. Returning to the research center, the sun was shining brightly. I didn't know what the future held for the 3 of them, but I knew my path was cleared, a path filled with brilliance. The end.